Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Marching Things here, and I'm here to keep you updated on what's going on in the UIL 2024 season and what things to look forward to. We're going to be going over the 2024 to 2026 UIL region and area realignments and my predictions for each area this upcoming season. So let's get started. We're starting off today talking about the 6A division, as there have been some quite questionable changes. So let's see how this massacre is going to go through. The big update is that we have a new area. Area J is now a thing, and this is going to throw Area C and slightly Area B for a pretty rough loop. Along with Area J, we have Region 20 going from Area B to Area C, as well as Regions 2, 24, and 25 all moving from Area C to Area J. Starting off with Area A, it's always been a smaller area, but they have gotten slightly smaller this year as they had some groups drop to 5A with the new realignment, and with Region 1 and 7 not having any 6A schools, period. So with the two schools that we lost to the 5A division, America's High School and El Dorado High School, even if every band in Area A advances to area, it would still only allow two bands to advance to state, as you would need 15 programs in a competition to advance three, and the total amount of 6A programs in Area A is only 13 now, with America's and El Dorado and 5A. With Area B, we have a bit of a change with Region 20 no longer being here, but it should leave one or two more spots to send a new face to state, but we'll just have to see how that plays out once we get to later season. As we know, Region 20 won't be there, which knocks out a few names off of this roster, and DeSoto, Chisholm Trail, Highland Park, and Pascal are all now 5A and will be competing in this competition for the next two seasons. With the numbers we have left, it is predicted to have 10 finalists for this competition and 4 programs sent to the UIL State Marching Band Championship. Oh boy, this is going to be a bloodbath for a few reasons, one of which being that the powerhouses of Area C are all gone, but we have Region 20 joining this area, so there should be a bit of familiar faces coming in, as well as some new faces up on the leaderboards, but we'll have to see how that plays out. Yeah, I know. That's a lot of names that won't be there. Region 2, 24, and 25, all gone. It's going to be quite interesting 2 years for Area C, as we now have some names from Region 20 coming into Area C to take some spots, as well as Forney from 5A to 6A to fight for a state spot. Very talented group, I might say. I'm kind of excited to see how they place now that they're up in the 6A roster. It'll be interesting to see what the results will look like with the top 10 groups, not being there anymore. Accounting for the new bands that are coming in and the bands that are leaving, it is expected to have 10 finalists with 4 groups going to state this season for Area C. Back to our regular scheduling. With Area D, we are back to normal for the most part, with the following regions being a part of this area, with mostly everyone staying in the same area, minus a few names we will see in a second. With the results on the side, we should expect to see the same names, and we have a few new names coming in, such as Killeen, Comal Canyon, and Killeen Shoemaker High School, joining us in 6A as they were 5A beforehand. With these numbers, we have an expected 10 finalists with 5 state spots up for grabs, so long as most of the numbers stay the same from last season. Oh yeah, Area E. This is my zone, for 5A at least. And we have a few faces added into the mix with this one, and it'll be exciting to see what happens over there. As we all know, Area E is always pretty unpredictable, besides Pearland, but it seems we should have a consistent 5 bands go to state for the next 2 years, with Foster and Fulcher joining this area. We also have Goose Creek Memorial joining this area, but I kept the minus sign next to them because it's sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't, and it's just a flip flop with them. But with these 3 new faces, we should expect 10 finalists with a consistent 5 spots for state next season. Hopefully, maybe knocking a school like Clements or Brazoswood into the state spot once again. Heading towards the Conroe area and Area F, we have 3 regions in this area, with Region 10 having no more 6A programs, as Westbrook and United High School both dropped to 5A, leaving only Regions 9 and 33 to battle it out this competition. As for predictions and numbers, we have a few new faces to add in here, that being Magnolia and Magnolia West from 5A coming into this area as a 6A program now, causing an expectation of the same numbers as last year with 10 finalists and 5 to state. Heading far, far east, we have Area G, which is our second smallest 6A area in the state with not very many known schools, but still a competitive area as the numbers are limited and tight. Joining us in this area, we have Brownsville Veterans Memorial to joining in this competition. Having being a 5A the past 2 years, numbers should stay fairly similar with 7 finalists and 3 to state, but this can change to 2 state spots depending on some groups ability to qualify to area or not. Heading towards Austin, Texas, we're back to Area H with the same names that we all know and love. Leander ISD. We can predict the same amount of bands going to state and such, and we have a new contender coming in from 5A, which is Medina Valley High School, coming into the 6A scene, which will possibly just further guarantee we keep the same 10 finalists and 4 to state numbers as last season. Ah, like Area H, Area I has the same faces as last season with the expectation, my bad, with the exception of one school from Spring Branch ISD. As you can see, not much changes number-wise, but we will not be seeing Springwoods High School as they are now 5A and will be joining Area E in the 5A division. But with numbers and stats from last season, we can expect once again to see 10 finalists and 5 programs sent to state in Area I. Here we go. Brand new Area J. To be honest, this is just Area C with a new name. With the majority of Area C's roster being sent to this area, with Region 2 and 25 being huge parts of Area C in the past 2 years, this is going to be interesting. As for predictions, Louisville, Louisville ISD will dominate, or not, who knows. But the roster, in my honest opinion, is a little interesting. Uh, Only time will tell whenever we start getting into the season. There's not enough groups to send 5 bands to state, even with Princeton and Northwest joining 6A this season. So we'll just have to see what happens, who'll battle it out for that fourth or third place spot. Because it'll be close, and I mean close. I'm excited to see what will really unfold out there. But yeah, you see the roster, you see the names that are up there, and you see the tight amount of space we have for error. So it'll be a really close area to say the least. With my numbers, we can see, predicted 41 6A UIL state marching band participants. This can grow, this can shrink, who knows? This is all just my guesses and my predictions based off of numbers from the past few seasons. We can see that Area C is an absolute wild card at the moment. It might be Waxahachie just completely sweeping it, or it might just be a few new faces popping up. Area J will definitely shake things up. It'll With Area J opening up and removing Region 20 to Area B, we can see that Area B might have some new faces sent to the state program, as well as Area C, with there being a few extra spots and a few big names being out of the question. Area A is unfortunately smaller than ever, with even every band in that area qualifying for Area, only 2 going to state, which will be quite terrifying for, you know, any band that is on the bubble. Overall, this realignment is coming with big changes, and we'll just have to see how this pans out in the 2024 season, and we'll see how it pans out in the 2025 season. Can't wait to see how these things go. And yeah, that's pretty much all we have for now. Thank you all for watching and listening to what I have to say and think about the 2024 UIL season. Remember, none of these things I have stated are guaranteed, nor should anything be expected of any programs. All predictions and numbers were based on area qualifications from the last 2 years, that from being the 5A bands coming to 6A, and that from being the 6A bands going down to 5A. I hope we can all look forward to an amazing 2024 through 2026 season. Marching things out.